Hello, in this video we're going to talk about modus tollens in the logical language now that we've talked about modus tollens in English. So, remember our first example, I'm going to wear the golden blouse if I wear the gold heels. I'm not going to wear the golden blouse, so I'm not going to wear the gold heels. So let's suppose that we symbolize I'm going to wear the golden blouse with P, and Q stands for I'm going to wear the golden heels. Then, how do we symbolize the first premise? Well, the first premise is a conditional, and it's an if, and not an only if. And the if, what does if hook onto? The antecedent. And I wear the gold heels, and it hooks onto the if is attached to I wear the gold heels. So I wear the gold heels is the antecedent. And Q symbolizes I wear the golden heels. So we're going to have a symbolization that's Q arrow the consequent. The consequent is I'm going to wear the golden blouse. That's symbolized by P, so it's going to be Q arrow P. How about the second premise? I am not going to wear the golden blouse. Well, that's the negation of I am going to wear the golden blouse. I'm going to wear the golden blouse is P, so to symbolize the second premise, we need to symbolize the negation of P, which is squiggle or tilde P. And I am not going to wear the golden heels, the conclusion. Well, that's the negation of I'm going to wear the golden heels, so that's the negation of Q, so not Q. So here is our symbolization of this first argument. If Q, then P, not P, therefore not Q. And that's if antecedent, then consequent, not consequent, therefore not antecedent. Let's look at the next argument we had previously. So that was if she's pregnant, the indicator turned blue. The indicator didn't turn blue, so she's not pregnant. So P will symbolize she's pregnant. T will symbolize the indicator turned blue. Okay, the first premise is if she's pregnant, its antecedent is whatever the if attaches to, which is she's pregnant. So the antecedent is she's pregnant, which is P. The consequent is the indicator turned blue, which is T. So that's P arrow T. The second premise is the indicator didn't turn blue. So that's the negation of squiggle of the indicator turned blue. The indicator turned blue is T, so it's not T. The conclusion is she's not pregnant, so that's the negation of she's pregnant, so that's not she's pregnant, and she's pregnant is symbolized by P, so that's so not P. So there are our two arguments, and there they are symbolized. So if we look at the symbolizations, we have, there they are, and they look pretty much the same. We have a conditional, we have the negation of the consequent as the second premise, and we have the negation of the antecedent as the conclusion. So if we have any sentences square and circle, any sentences whatsoever, however complicated they may be, if we have a conditional formed from them as one premise, and as another premise we have the negation of the consequent, then we can infer validly the negation of the conclusion. So for any sentences whatsoever, however big they may be, if we have the premises looking like that, then we can infer to that conclusion. And that's our modus tollens rule, which we'll abbreviate as MT. Okay, good.